Hi, I'm Debbie LaMotta, and this is Out of the Attic live from Delaware. Tonight's show is brought to you by R2RB Broadcasting. Find out where I have traveled to, what's going on in Delaware this week, what's new in podcast land, good music, fun facts, trivia, and more. Grab a drink, get comfy, and don't go anywhere. I'll be right back after the music.
When you're down and troubled and you need a helping hand and nothing is going right. Close your eyes and think of me, and soon I will be there to brighten up even your darkest night. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running. Oh yeah, baby, to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, now all you got to do is call, and I'll be there, yeah, yeah, yeah. You've got a friend. If the sky above you should turn dark and full of clouds, and that old north wind should begin to blow, keep your head together and call my name out loud now. Soon I'll be knocking upon your door. You just call up my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running. Oh yes, I will see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, yeah. All you got to do is call, and I'll be there, yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, ain't it good to know that you've got a friend? When people can be so cold, they'll hurt you and desert you. Well, they'll take your soul if you let them. Oh yeah, but don't you let them. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Oh baby, don't you know about winter, spring, summer, or fall? Hey, now all you've got to do is call. Lord, I'll be there, yes I will. No, you've got a friend. You've got a friend, yeah. Ain't it good to know you've got a friend? Ain't it good to know you've got a friend? Oh yeah, yeah, you've got a friend.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Out of the Attic, live from Delaware. I'm Debbie LaMotta, and I am your host for the evening. It feels good, really good, to be sitting here with you again. I remember to turn on my record and on air, and hopefully everything's working and you're hearing me okay. And for those of you tuning in for the first time, welcome to the Attic family. And for my longtime listeners, I want to thank you for your patience, your messages, and your kindness while I took some much needed time away. A lot has happened since April. Life brought me a few unexpected challenges and twists, and as life often does, it reminded me how important it is to pause, breathe, and take care of what matters most. Most of you know I've been on hiatus, and this past Wednesday I had surgery. I'm healing, resting, and gently easing back into things. Tonight's show will be a little shorter, a little softer, and a whole lot more heartfelt. I've missed being here. I have thought about doing this before tonight. I did do the Inspirational Gospel Hour with Cintale of Cintale Gospel Music last month, but the last 2 weeks, I've been thinking more about getting back on air. So here I am. I've missed the music, the conversations, and this connection we share every Sunday night. And thank you for being here with me. I appreciate all of you. And of course, because it's the third Sunday of the month, we will move into the Inspirational Gospel Hour with Cintale right after this 30-minute segment. But first, I wanted to take a little time with you and to connect and to ease into this new chapter of mine. So let's talk about these past few months. Actually, it's been 7 months. Life has a way of surprising you. It's been humbling. It's reminding of us of our own strength. And so since April, I've been dealing with family responsibilities, personal changes, the passing of my former husband, and most recently my own health issue that needed attention. I won't share every detail with you tonight, but I will say this. Life's funny until it stops you in your tracks. Life's funny until you're forced to rest. And life's funny until you realize you need to refill your cup. And that's exactly what I've been doing. And I want to add one more thing to that. And ladies, don't forget to get your annual mammograms. You have no idea how important that is. And with that, I will be back.
You're broken down and tired of living life on the merry-go-round, and you can't find a fighter, but I see it in you, so we gon' walk it out. Move mountains, we gon' walk it out and move mountains. And I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. And I'll rise up, I'll like the waves. I'll rise up, in spite of the ache. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. The silence isn't quiet, and it feels like it's getting hard to breathe. And I know you feel like dying, but I promise we'll take the world to its feet. Move mountains, bring it to its feet. Move mountains. And I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. and for that we have each other. And we will rise, we will rise, we will rise. Oh, we'll rise. I'll rise up, rise like the day. I'll rise up in spite of the ache. I will rise 1,000 times again, and we'll rise up. I like the waves. We'll rise up in spite of the ache. We'll rise up, and we'll do it 1,000 times again.
Wow. Rise up, Andra Day. Rise up. I have rised up so many times in my lifetime, but I'm not going to lie. These last 7 months, they hit hard. And, sometimes it's harder to get up than others. And this was a hard one. But the good news is I'm here. I'm healing. And Out of the Attic will be officially back every Sunday night after the new year. For now, listen to the third and fourth Sunday of the month for the Inspirational Gospel Hour and the Paranormal Investigation Team of the Unexplained Discoveries. So tonight is the Inspirational Gospel Hour. Next weekend will be the Paranormal Team of the Unexplained Discoveries. And I can't believe next week is Thanksgiving. Oh my gosh, what are you guys doing for Thanksgiving? Do you travel? Do you stay home? Do you cook big? Do you cook small? Since I have moved to Delaware, it has changed a bit. I am here with my parents for Thanksgiving and for Christmas as well. And then I head up north after the first of the year to kind of celebrate all over again with my kids and with my grandkids. So that's what we'll be doing. Not quite sure if we're having Thanksgiving next door at neighbors that we've been invited to, or we'll be here. You never know. Just depends on the day and how everybody's feeling. But we will get through it. Trust me. All right, what else? Let's see. Oh, yeah. So let me tell you this much. The show will be changing. It's going to be growing. It's going to be evolving. But I'm not quite ready to share all those details yet. Just trust me. It's going to be good. I thought I would take this opportunity since I've been on hiatus to kind of rethink where I want to see the R2RB network go for next year. And so I do have some thoughts, and I have been putting those thoughts together. I've been kind of hinting at a couple of things with posts here and there. So once I let you all know what's happening, you'll will get the gist of what my posts were leading up to. It'll always be music. It'll be podcasting. It will be Out of the Attic live from Delaware. It will be Tom McElman's Sounds from the Basement. It will be Friends versus Friends. So it always will be something. So stay tuned for that. All right. Well, I think that's all I can tell you about what's going to be happening or changing. It is always something. It's always evolving. All right, I'll be back.
I took my love, took it down. I climbed a mountain and I turned around, and I saw my reflection in the snow-covered hills till the landslide brought me down. Oh, mirror in the letting my heart rise above? Can I sail through the changing ocean tides? Can I handle the seasons of my life? Well, I've been afraid of changing, 'cause I've built my life around you. But time makes you bolder, even children get older, and I'm getting older too. Well, I've been afraid of changing, 'cause I've built my life around you. But time makes you bolder, even children get older, and I'm getting older too. Oh, I'm getting older too. Ah, take my love, take it down. Ah, climb a mountain and turn around. And if you see my reflection in the snow-covered hills, where the landslide will bring it down. And if you see my reflection in the snow-covered hills, well, a landslide will bring it down. Oh, the landslide will bring it down.
Change is getting older. That's where I am at. We just keep evolving. And here on R2RB, Out of the Attic, live from Delaware, we are consistently trying to elevate and bring you hopefully more of what you want us to be doing for you. So we would love to hear from you. It's info@r2rb.com. Let us know. Let me know what you would like to hear, what you would like to see. What type of podcast would you like to have us share on the network? Whatever your thoughts are, I'm always open. I love to hear everybody or anybody's ideas of what they might have. So please, at info@r2rb.com. You can email us right from the website if you'd like to. You can check out the website itself, r2rb.com. So, with that being said, that this is a shorter version tonight. I wanted to just let you know where I've been, what had been going on, what's going to be happening, where I'm headed, and I am looking forward to getting back to sharing Sunday nights with everybody. Yes, it's going to be a little bit different, but it's going to have the same format. We'll have you'll be hearing me talk, you'll be hearing music, and whatever else I will come up with to share with you. So hopefully that has answered some of the questions you might be wondering where I've been, or maybe not. Here I am anyway. And again, I want to say thank you truly for the love, the messages, your prayers, and the understanding of these several months. I can't believe that we're into November and life took a left back in April. Just we'll be celebrating Thanksgiving next week, and then 4 short weeks after that, it will be Christmas. So yeah. We're at the end of 2025. How does that happen? Please, somebody will let me know. So these last few months have definitely taught me a lot. And like I said, I will be sharing more of that journey with you when I return full time. Tonight's not the night. I am Cintale the Inspirational Gospel Hour coming up at 7:30. Overcoming addiction, grief, and racism. A very, very important conversation tonight that Cintale will be leading. And I hope that you open up your minds and open up your heart and really, really lean into this. Very important subjects tonight. So I am looking forward to the conversation. All right, let me start this next song by Leanne Womack. I hope you dance.
Take one single breath for granted. God forbid love ever leave you empty-handed. I hope you still feel small when you stand beside the ocean. Whenever one door closes, I hope one more opens. Promise me that you'll give faith a fighting chance. And when you get the choice to sit it out or dance, I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you never fear those mountains in the distance. Never settle for the path of least resistance. Living might mean taking chances, but they're worth taking. Loving might be a mistake, but it's worth making. Don't let some helping heart leave you bitter. When you come close to selling out, reconsider. Give the heavens above more than just a passing glance. And when you get the choice to sit it out or dance, I hope you dance.
Time is a willing constant motion, always rolling us along.
I hope
Tell
you
me
dance.
who wants to look back on their youth and wonder where those years have gone.
I hope you still feel small when you stand beside the ocean. Whenever one door closes, I hope one more opens. Promise me that you'll give faith a fighting chance. And when you get the choice to sit it out or dance, dance. I hope you dance. I hope you dance.
It's a willing constant motion, always rolling us along.
I hope
Tell
you
me who
dance.
wants to look back
Never stop dancing. I hope you all dance. Life is too short not to dance on any given day. And thank you for spending the first night back with me. So stay right where you are for the Inspirational Gospel Hour with Cintale of Cintale Gospel Music. It's a beautiful hour of uplifting conversation and songs, and trust me, you will want to hear tonight's conversation. So I am going to play my next song, get Cintale on the line with me, and we will be back with you shortly. Don't go anywhere.
Lord, you should know I've tried it on my own, put my faith in me, but the truth came to be. Lord, I need you. Lord, I need you. And I'm sure you can tell, but I ain't been well. Away from your presence, feeling lost, getting desperate. I need you. Lord, I need you. Living on my own and everything is going wrong. Didn't want to admit it, but now, Lord, I get it. I need you. Lord, I need you. And I want you to know, wherever you go, I follow you, Lord. You see me through, Lord, I need you. Oh, Lord, I need you. Lord, I need you. No strings, I'm doing my part, you can have all of me. Nothing will ever come between, Lord, I need you.
All right, I Need You by the Walls Group, and welcome back. It is the Inspirational Gospel Hour with Cintale of the Cintale Gospel Music. And me, I'm Deb Lamata, and tonight we're going to be talking about overreaction, grief, and racism. When Cintale told me about the encounter this week, even though I haven't lived that experience myself, my heart hurt. And if I can get through this monologue without crying, I'm going to be doing good. As a white woman, I've never had to wake up and think about the color of my skin or someone might treat me or how someone might treat me because of it. But I have watched people I care about be hurt, be dismissed, or judged in ways I never will be. And that grieves me deeply still, because that is not what God or your spiritual leader calls us to. The older I get, the more I believe that part of our walk with God or your spiritual leader is letting him or her open your eyes where we didn't even know we were blind. Racism may not be my lived burden, but understanding, compassion, and standing with someone who does carry that burden, that's part of my spiritual responsibility. Jesus spent his life lifting people up, healing hurt, breaking down divisions. So when I hear Cintale share what he faced this week, my prayer is this: Lord, help me be someone who brings your kind of love into this world. A love that sees, that listens, that stands beside someone when their heart is heavy. We can overcome together, and we've done it before. Not because we share the same story, but because we share the same God and spirit or spiritual leader, who heals every wound and tears down every wall. Cintale, it's the Cintale Gospel Hour, and I'm so glad you are here tonight.
Hey, Deborah. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's been a minute.
It hasn't been the same without you.
Yes. And look at us. We're going to head right into something heavy.
Yeah. Well, hey, sometimes we need to hit those heavy walls, because that's the only way you get through them is when you face those obstacles, head on.
Absolutely.
So, like tonight is a sensitive topic. So the listeners that's listening out there, if this is something that is touchy to you, I understand. But I just want you to hear my point of view. I'm not saying that this is everyone's point of view, but this is what my experience was, and this is what God gave me to give to everyone tonight. Because technically, Deb, you know how it goes. I did not have anything to write down, and it all just came to me all at once.
As it does, as it has in the past.
And I'm like, the show is on Sunday, and I'm like, trying to get this written out.
But it's funny because, like I said in my email to you, I already knew what the topic was going to be, which this is very important, very important.
So yeah, we're going to be talking about overcoming, and not just to be in the heavy. We're going to be in some of the other things that people go through as well. When I start off, I always try to come up with a definition of what the topic is, and overcoming. What does overcoming mean? It means to succeed in dealing with a problem or to prevail. And when we overcome something, that's success for us. That's a step up.
Right.
And we feel great when we overcome something that has been tough and something that we struggled with. We feel great. But what about the times when it's not always that great?
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes, even though sometimes you may succeed, sometimes there's heartbreak in that succeeding when you have to deal with certain things.
Right.
And, I said, when I was thinking about overcoming things, the first thing that came to my mind is overcoming life after death. And I know that's something that you and I have recently experienced.
Right.
And we go through these things where a loved one passes on, and we get overcome with grief, and we have sadness and sorrow, and the pain becomes overwhelming. It's the pain is overcoming with grief, and it's a very emotional, mental, and physical and spiritual drain.
Yes.
But the strength that you find within your grief will mold you. And when we talk about death, life goes on after death.
It does.
And that's the hard thing to overcome, is that when you lose someone that you love and you care about, how do you move forward without them? And it seems like that you're never going to feel the same again. You're never going to smile again. You're never going to laugh again. But eventually, with time, those things happen. Life goes on. And I had a scripture from Psalms, King James Version, Psalms 30:5. And it says, "For his anger endureth but a moment, and his favor is life. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy cometh in the morning." And a lot of times when we facing things, and at the end of the day, when no one else sees us, when we're in our bed, that's when we do the most thinking and the most, crying to ourselves, and I think dealing with our day, when it comes to an end,
Absolutely.
when we're all alone.
Right?
And then, yeah, you think to yourself, that I know that's the most time where I reflect on my day, and I'm asking God, like, what did I do in this day that was not right? What can I do to make things right? And how do I keep walking in your light and your love and your strength and your guidance, and not to go astray from that? Because it's easy to go astray.
Mm-hmm.
It's easy to do whatever I want to do, but but that's not where I want to be. As a Christian, that's not where I want to be. I want to be in God's walk of life. And then with that, overcoming grief, it's steps. I know everyone has heard, oh, there's 7 stages of grief, but yeah, and somewhat that is true, because you go through it, you cry and you cry, and then you go through the denial, like, you can't accept it. You cannot accept that this person is gone. Like, sometimes it's that hard to get over it.
Absolutely.
And, I felt that way about my grandmother when she passed. I felt that way about another lady who just passed away. Just like, she was like a mother to me, a second mother to me.
Right.
She looked after me when I was in Maryland by myself for about 8 or 9 years with no family around. And this stranger became family to me. And she would not let anyone bother me. I was working at Dunkin', and she was like, "Don't you talk to my son like that? That is my child." And and when I found of her passing, it was just like, I was so in shock. I was just like, no, this just can't be.
Yeah.
This is not real, right?
No.
And go ahead.
It knocks the wind out of you. I know that your second mom, was not old, and my former husband, he wasn't old, and it was sudden. I know your second mom was very sudden, and my former husband passed away within August. I want to say 8 weeks, and he was gone from the time that he got his diagnosis. And I don't think any time is a good time, but I think it's like a double blow to your heart when it's so sudden and you're not expecting it, and the grief is for any loss is just so deep and cutting that nighttime for me was always the worst. When my dad passed away, I had 4 children to take care of. I was married. I had a full-time job, so my day was nonstop. I didn't have time to think. It crept in, but nighttime, that's when it was full on, and I would, my emotions would be, 10,000 times crazy at nighttime, and then in the morning, like you said, might not have been joy in the beginning, but eventually you get there.
Right. Yeah. My second mom, her name was Anne. And she, I have this thing, it's a gift that God has given me, that I sense stuff with people.
Yeah, you see,
and especially when I'm really close to them, I sense stuff with them, and it will be on my heart and my mind so heavy I cannot stop thinking about them. And I'm like, I've got to reach out.
Right.
I've got to reach out. If I haven't talked to them in a while, I have to reach out.
Right.
And so, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go over there after work. I'm gonna surprise her. I'm gonna bring some flowers. Just say, hey, Mom, how you doing? Blah blah blah. And then I get this message on Facebook Messenger from her daughter, which is a sister to me, and she messaged me, and I'm at work at this time, you know,
Right.
and I'm dropping off some students at their jobs, and I'm in the car by myself, and I'm like, "Am I reading this right?" So I called her, and she said, "Hello." I said, "Ash, is this correct?" And she was like, "Yeah, Mom passed away yesterday at 6 p.m." And I'm like, I mean,
Maza.
trembling started, and I'm just like, what? I had her on my mind so heavy. I said I was going to come and see her today after work.
Wow.
And she was like, "Yeah, I'm sorry." And she was like, "Mom had pneumonia and it went septic."
Wow.
And I'm like, "Oh, Jesus, why? Why?
Right.
Why?" But, you know, at the same time, you know, I've learned that with life comes death, and you know, we have to accept life, and we have to accept death, and we have to accept it because it's inevitable. Everyone has to go one day or another.
Yes.
And so with that, I want to go into my first song, which is my new song, Not Over Yet, just to encourage those who are out there dealing with the loss and grief of having someone gone, just to let you know life is not over yet. God has so much more in store for you.
Absolutely.
So I hope that you're blessed by these words.
And we'll be back.
This world sometimes can be so cold. We barely moving and time makes you old. With tears in my eyes, I write this next line. Sometimes it hurts to let people go when wasting your time, your efforts, your energy, and the potential to be all that God wants you to be. There's no reason to keep holding on, keep praying, be strong. Cause it's not over yet. God has more in store for you. Just keep doing what Jesus will do. Cause it's not over yet. No more holding your pain when eternal life is yours to gain. Sometimes we fall apart, no sense of security in believing. Trust God all the way through. All the way through. If you draw close to Him, He'll draw not to you. Pain and fear has to flee if you just believe. If you just believe. Cause it's not over yet. God has more in store for you. Just keep doing what Jesus will do. Cause it's not over yet.
All right. Not Over Yet by Cintale. All right, Cintale. That's a beautiful song, by the way.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I was going through something when I wrote that. I think I told that to you, that I was going through something, and those words came to me, and I was crying while I was writing it, because
Wow.
that's why the second verse is, with tears in my eyes, I write this next line. Sometimes it hurts to let people go.
So
But,
true, though. So true.
It is. It really is. And so let's jump back into overcoming. The second one I have is overcoming addiction.
Okay.
And what does it mean to be addicted? It's to be physically and mentally dependent on a particular substance and unable to stop taking it without incurring adverse effects. And you know, and I'm not going to just say that it's being addicted to something is always drug related, because you can be addicted to anything.
Correct.
And it's the like it says, it's a reoccurring thing. You cannot stop. You cannot stop. You can't
right. help
but to do it over and over and over again.
Yep.
And the question is asked, how many times have we witnessed or seen loved ones, friends, parents, family members, or even strangers who were an addict and addicted to something?
Yep, I can raise my hand.
Me too.
Yep.
I've seen what addiction does. I've seen what alcoholism does. I've seen what, messing with all them types of amphetamines and things that sort that have, messed with people's lives, and even people that's really close to me, family that's close to me, have gone through that as well. I've seen it.
Yeah, there's even gambling, and being addicted to, I don't know, my ex-husband. I mean, he was such a sports fanatic. I would say that he was addicted to it because it was 24/7 pretty much.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it pretty much. I should have. God bless him. Let me tell you, when we first met, he was a basketball coach, softball coach. He golfed. He played softball. He was a coach for a little league. Did I mention basketball? He basketball. Whatever the season was, it was on the TV.
Oh my God.
He would say jokingly, well, it's better than, going out to the bar. I was like, I don't know. Both of them, I don't win. So yeah, there's a lot of different addictions. I'm addicted to, my computer. If I kind of have to make sure I tell myself, okay, time to get up and walk away from the computer. Yeah. So, people, if you don't, it's just not alcohol, people. Or drugs. It can be a lot of things. So, but, yeah. Yep. And so go ahead, continue. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so, like I said, we've witnessed that, and I'm pretty sure there's listeners out there who have seen loved ones who have succumbed to their addictions and things of that sort. And an addiction comes in many forms, and in the Bible, those things are called strongholds. And strongholds are things or behaviors that are reoccurring and then dropped shortly, but picked back up and repeated in a cycle over and over without a resolution. And I remember being a young teenager, and when I would do stupid stuff.
Right. Yeah, hey, I'm in that. I was in that category.
My grandmother would say, "That's a stronghold, and you need to ask the Lord to help you break that cycle, because you keep doing it over and over and over again. And then you'll say you're sorry, but then you're back at it again. You need to break that cycle."
I hear you. Yep.
And words of the wisdom, words of the wise.
Right.
My grandmother was very wise, and a lot of times when you're a kid, you don't take what your elders say to you so closely until you get old enough to understand it. Wow.
Exactly.
That's what they were talking about.
Right? And then it smacks you right in the head. It's like, oh crap. I get it now.
Oh yeah, definitely. And my mom, when she prays, because my mom sometimes she be in her world with her and God, and it's her door be closed, and you hear her voice echoing through the house. She's praying so hard, and she be praying for the strongholds that's on the family, strongholds are like the bickering that happens between family, the animosity towards one another, the not getting along and stuff that all families face and go through. Yes. So, my mom, she prays against those things. She's like, Lord, break the strongholds and break those curses that affects our family.
I love your mom. She's a prayer warrior.
Oh, yes, and she knows, and I get into it with her too. I will pray with her.
There you go. Absolutely. Yeah, I know. You guys have prayed over me. Lord knows I need it sometimes.
So, it's just those things, and coming to a resolution it's gonna start with you.
Right.
It's gonna start with you. And so I had another scripture with that, and that comes in Psalms, the King James Version, 37 and 39. The salvation of the righteous comes from the Lord. He is their stronghold in the time of trouble. And so this stronghold is not the bad stronghold. This is the stronghold that God has got his hands on you. And if God has got his hands on you and you're in his control, then nothing can take you out of the hands of God.
There you go. Yep. There you go. Yeah, absolutely.
And we can go right into the next song, the Truth Music, Heart Issues.
All right, and we will be back.
2 a.m. is late. I've been up thinking about these situations I'm currently facing. So I come to you with a heavy heart, trying to follow you, not stumble when I walk. So I come to you with a heavy heart, trying to follow you, not stumble when I walk. With a heavy heart, trying to follow you, not stumble when I walk. With a heavy heart, trying to follow you, not stumble when I walk. With a heavy heart, trying to follow you, not stumble when I walk. Father, it's been hard, pressure I've been dealing with, diving in your word, been trying to stay relevant, ayy. Been trying to stay relevant, ayy. You ain't laughing, that's evident. Clouds forming, I feel rain. I feel joy, I feel pain. They say to dance when you in the rain, but I feel like I'm in the ring. 5th round, head down. Lord, I need your help now. I can feel your presence. I need you to guide us. Look, tell me where you need me to go. You know I'm gonna move, cause John told me that you are the way, you are the light and the truth. So tell me what I need to know, whatever you want me to do. This life ain't easy day to day, but I can make it with you. Bow my head and I pray, I just say what I say. I don't know how far it takes before I feel me break. When my spirit hurts, I just wanna heal. I know people don't get it, can't explain just how I feel. Lord, I give you everything and it seems like a lie, but everything I'm going through, I know that you're my ride. I know that you understand that it's all part of your plan. I've been living it day by day, but at times I struggle to stand. 2 a.m. is late. I've been up thinking about these situations I'm currently facing. So I come to you with a heavy heart, trying to follow you, not stumble when I walk. So I come to you with a heavy heart, trying to follow you, not stumble when I walk. With a heavy heart, trying to follow you, not stumble when I walk. With a heavy heart, trying to follow you, not stumble when I walk. With a heavy heart, trying to follow you, not stumble when I walk.
Words fall in the form of stones, cast by those one and the same. They fall on me alone. You don't feel a bit of shame. I let go and take the blame. Let you throw and break my name. Owning up to what's my own
right, welcome back to the Inspirational Gospel Hour with Cintale of Cintale Gospel Music and me, Deb Lamata. And tonight we have been talking about overcoming grief and addiction. And we were just talking about addiction, so we'll pick up from there. Cintale?
Yes. And we just heard two great songs.
Oh my gosh.
The Truth Music, Heart Issues, So Welcome to You with a Heavy Heart. Like, yeah, that one hits for me. I love it.
Yes,
and then Joel D and Austin Davis, Glass Houses. Oh my God, if y'all if you really listen to the lyrics, that song hits so hard. Because I think we all feel like that, like we're in glass houses. And how dare you throw a stone at a glass house when you got your own crap that you got to get together?
Got that right.
In that sense, and it's just, man. And then I love her voice.
I do too. I like Jess's voice. Absolutely. Yeah. I can't always listen to the songs when we're doing the show live, but I usually listen to the playlist during the afternoon. Okay. And all these songs just blended so well with our subject. What we're talking about tonight.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
I try my best to make sure all the songs fall in.
You do. You do a great job. Absolutely.
I appreciate it. So yeah, we back into strongholds. A stronghold summed up is like a yoke that oxen would wear when they were plowing the fields in the season.
Oh, right. Yep.
And strongholds is like, it's something that I feel like it's a burden. It's something that weighs you down. Mm-hmm. And if oxen were wearing yokes, it's got to be heavy. Put that on a human and try to make them plow a field.
Right.
You be like, get this heavy thing off of my neck.
Yeah.
My shoulders and back, it's just,
yep.
burdened down. And that's what, addictions and things do to us. It burdens us and it weighs us down.
Right.
And, we want to get free of that.
It holds you back from life.
Oh, definitely. I would not disagree with that. It does.
Yeah, absolutely.
It holds you back from a lot of stuff, from moving forward and accomplishing, different things in your life that you need to accomplish.
Right.
We all have set lists that may not be written down, but we all have set lists in our hearts that these are things that I want to accomplish out of life.
Yes. We have
and
goals.
If you're held from doing that,
you lose so much.
Put you in a box, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Absolutely.
And so, another scripture I had with that is in Isaiah, in the King James Version, in this chapter 10, the 27th verse, and it says, "And it shall come to pass in that day that this burden shall be taken away from off thy shoulder, and his yoke from off thy neck, and the yoke shall be destroyed because of the anointing." And like I was saying about the yoke, this is how God sees us when we're trying to overcome things, the things that are burdening us. The only way to break free of that is from the anointing of God himself. Like his blood, his power is what breaks those habits and sets us free so that we can overcome. And that's how, so to overcome sin and the sin of addiction, it takes God's Holy Spirit, like I said, and his anointing to break those bonds that binds us.
And they do bind us, and you have to be able to reach that point to ask for the help, be it your God, be it your spiritual leader, but you have to get to that point that you want that help. And it's not easy. I know it's not easy. I've had my own addictions. You've had your own addictions.
Yes.
It's not easy to ask for the help. You might think about, you have an issue, you have a problem, but we don't always just all of a sudden wake up, okay, I'm done. I'm going to ask for help and I'm going to be over it. So don't feel bad that you're still in that place of addiction, but thinking about it, you're in a better place than a lot of other people, because the more you think about it, the more it's going to push you to ask for help and to ask for God's help or your spiritual leader to help you and guide you and to like Cintale, break the bonds that bind you, and that yoke that weighs you down, and you've missed so much on life. You know,
you always take the words out of our mouth.
I'm sorry.
I'm telling you, like, I don't know. It's it's that telepathy we have.
We do. It's true. Well, I think we've had similar things happen in our life. I mean, I'm a few years older than you, but it doesn't matter how old you are. An addiction is an addiction, and grief, and all the things that we talk about. So yeah, we're able to. We do have that connection. So again, just ask for help.
Absolutely. And so, like I was saying, when you want to overcome anything, it always starts with you.
Yep.
It starts with you. And, you got to want things to change.
Yep.
You've got to be tired of the same routine and the damage that this addiction is causing you.
Yep. And
so you ask yourself this question: am I ready to be set free? Am I ready to overcome? And like I said, you just summed up everything that I was thinking in my head. But to add to that, yes, it always starts with you. And like you said, and the more and more you contemplate on thinking about it, you're gonna get up that courage to say, I want out. Yeah. I need some help. I want out.
Yep.
And and then ultimately, like it comes down to you being tired of the same thing that's causing you all this trouble and this. You're like a hamster on a wheel inside of its cage.
Right.
You know how you just run and just keep running, but they're not going anywhere. They're just in a circle.
Dead end.
Around us. And that's how these, addictions are. And this is how this reoccurring yoke and binds and all the things that I've been talking about, these things that we have to overcome. And you ask yourself, like I said, are you ready? Are you ready to be set free? Are you ready to overcome this? And once you make that first step and you trust God, He's going to bring you through it.
That's right.
He's going to definitely bring you through it. And so, go ahead.
Absolutely. No, I was agreeing. Absolutely.
And so I want to go into the next song, Disaster. And listen to the words. You'll like it.
And we'll be back.
Time after time, you try but you fail. Nothing seems to give, you never prevail. Is there any hope for you? Walk a mile in someone else's shoes. Try to concentrate, be patient and wait. You pray, but Satan's got you all distracted. And now you're caught up in the action that would only lead you to disaster. You're headed for disaster unless you pray. Know that God will make a way. Gotta believe. Open your eyes and you'll see you're headed for disaster. You're headed for disaster unless you pray. Know that God will make a way. Gotta believe. Open your eyes and you'll see. God redefine, cause I'm out of my mind. Picking the scraps, no holding back. Gotta get back all this wasted time. Attempt after attempt, my heart is content. We're trying to walk this hair-raising line between saved and a worldly life. It'll never be right. So why put up all this fight when Jesus can make things alright? You ain't listening. Everything you do will only lead you to disaster. You're headed for disaster unless you pray. Know that God will make a way. Gotta believe. Open your eyes and you'll see you're headed for disaster. You're headed for disaster unless you pray. Know that God will make see. I hope that you open up your eyes and you will truly realize that anything you do outside of God would only lead you to disaster, 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 oh, disaster, disaster.
Find someone to blame, it's only myself. I know the choices I'm making are taking me straight to hell. If I don't change my ways, so I gotta pray for help. Like Jesus, save me, struggle through work on the daily. I don't wanna feel this lazy, I'm depressed. I got a wife and a baby that need me to stay strong, but I feel stressed. Caving to all of my vices, I'm losing control of my life, God, I'm a mess. Tried and I failed way too many times to do it without you, I confess, Lord. Though I tried my best to turn my back, you never left, no. So to your grace I can attest, I gave my all to you, cause that was all I had. I ain't nothing without you, rejoice you, I'm proud to. I've been listening, praying and fasting and hoping Jesus hears these words unspoken. I know everything that you spoke was true. You are the truth, you are way maker, Alpha, Omega, you are creator, Messiah. No one can pull me out that fire but you. Steady fighting the enemy, he's steady trying to get to me. Don't want nothing to do with him or anything he pretend to be. Ask about my qualities, bet they say integrity. Loyal to the one that made me, you can check my pedigree. Follow the one ahead of me, I'll be okay, they telling me. I'm fighting all these struggles, feel like he getting the best of me. Telling me I ain't nothing, won't make it in this industry. But I give it all to God, and this music is what's left of me. These voices really stressing me. Is it Jesus testing me? Like David versus Goliath, I'm out here fighting giants. I've overcome mountains, shortest to the highest. I got faith and won't back down because I'll never be compliant. Trying to stay afloat, but barely been treading water. Always fought hard, but lately been fighting harder. He say I'm not a husband, a father to our daughter, but I put them before me and second to the Father. Been listening, praying and fasting and hoping Jesus hears these words unspoken. I know everything that you spoke was true. You are the truth, you are way maker, Alpha, Omega, you are creator, Messiah. No one can pull me out that fire but you.
All right, welcome back. It is the Inspirational Gospel Hour with Cintale of Cintale Gospel Music and me, Deb Lamata. And tonight's subject is overcoming. We have talked about grief, addiction, and we are going to head into racism. And Cintale, I'm going to let you lead the conversation.
Yes, we've come a long way now. We're getting to the meat of
Yes.
the conversation.
That's right.
We listened to Disaster, and then we listened to the Truth Music with Without You, featuring JD and Dexter Poetic. Sorry. Those are great songs.
Awesome
and I hope
songs,
you
yep.
are enjoying the music.
Yes.
So lastly, we want to talk about overcoming racism. Racism is such a touchy subject because it brings up a lot of emotions. And just this past week, I dealt with racism. And it was a thing that was, like you say, life is funny until it's not.
Right.
And so in the midst of us, we were having a meeting, and there was some stuff being brought up about fried chicken and grape Kool-Aid. And and it's directed towards the N words. And I was brushing things off, and I brush things off because I try not to give into people's stupidity,
Right.
and the ignorance of that. And so it went on to, oh yeah, y'all a bunch of Keishas and this and that, and it's, I'm tired of people saying that it's racist when I can say whatever I want and please blah blah blah. And I'm just like, excuse me. And and I had some people that was in the room who tried to talk, and say, hey, we don't talk like that. We don't say things like that. It is ignorant. We don't talk like that. And it seemed like the more and more they were talking, it just put more fuel to their discrimination.
Wow.
And so I got fed up, and I stood up, and I was just like, okay, well, since you won't listen to a person that is white, maybe you'll like to hear from a person of color, a black person, an African American, or whatever you want to call me, because my skin is not the same as yours. I don't want to hear those N words. I don't want to hear it in the congregation of it. I don't want to hear the coon, or I don't want to hear any of the C word, the H word about a person's skin color and things of that sort. And I'm not going to say the words on air because it's ignorant. I'm not going to say it. But it was like, it's not cool, it's not funny. You may not know, but those words carry a lot of weight. They carry a lot of weight and hurt from years of stuff that has happened in the past.
Right.
And I said, we need to leave that stuff in the past, and we need to move forward. And we need to move forward with learning how to respect and love one another.
That's it.
And so it escalated from there, and some more stuff happened. I can't really get into too much details. And I for a moment I lost control.
Oh.
I lost control, and I never lose control like that. And I had to talk and say, hey, I need to take a beat. I need to go outside. My adrenaline was pumping. My hands were shaking. And I left out, and I went outside, and I'm just like, just taking deep breaths. And I tried to call my mom because I was like, I need to talk to her so she can pray with me, but I couldn't get her on the phone. So I'm just sitting there, and I'm just taking deep breaths, and I'm like, I'm hurting. I'm just like, people don't understand. No, you don't understand. If you're not facing it, you don't understand. You don't. And it took me back, because I've dealt with that when I was a young kid, and it wasn't always directed towards me. It was directed to my siblings because they're a darker shade than I am. And I had to defend them from people saying stuff about their darker skin. And, and I was sitting outside, and I was like, God, I'm sorry. I gotta shake this. I said, because I don't lose control, and I'm losing control.
Right.
I'm losing myself. I need you to come in and just calm me down. Please calm me down. And I finally got to a place where I was calm enough to come back into the building. And, I had some people in it, and they was like, I'm so glad that you stood up and that you said that, because it needed to be said.
Right. And
it was like, you're absolutely right. And it was like, I commend you on standing your ground and not even going outside of yourself and throwing any ignorance in there yourself. You just stated facts, and you just stuck to your guns.
Right.
And so it took me about 2 days to get past this.
Mm-hmm.
Because it kept playing in my head over and over and over and over again.
So were you able then to get home and talk and pray with your mom?
Oh yeah, I did. Eventually I got her on the phone later that evening. I told her what had happened, and she was like, wow. She was like, I was just in here praying and interceding for you and your aunt. She said, y'all kept coming on my mind. She said, I was praying for y'all really hard. And so when I got home, I mean, I was still like, because I get off at 11 o'clock at night and I have a 49-minute drive
Wow.
back before I get to the main highway.
Crazy.
And so, I'm just in the car and I'm just, you like I said, when you're by yourself and at the end of the day is when you start reflecting on your day. And it was hitting me so hard, and I was like, why can't it just shake this? I can't just shake it.
Mm-hmm.
And I got home, and I came upstairs, and I tapped on my mother's door, and I said, "Hey, Ma," and she was like, "Hey." I was like, today was one of those days, and so I went into detail, and I told her word for word what was being said, and she was like, "Oh my goodness," and I just sat there. And I was laying on the side of her. I was laying on the edge of her bed, and she was sitting up because she was watching TV as usual. And I almost started crying. I was like, Ma, today was a day. I was like, today was a day, you know?
Yeah.
And she was like, I understand. And she touched me and she said, she's like, Lord, give him peace in his spirit, peace in his mind. Right now, Father, give him peace. And I was like, thank you. I was like, because I said, Ma, I almost lost control today. I said, and I don't lose control.
No.
Not like that. I'm very good at controlling myself and my emotions. And I said, I almost lost control. I said, I had to walk away. And she said, that was the best thing you could do, was walk away for that moment to get yourself. I said, I had to. Because if I did, I don't know if I would have been still able to keep my job. Right. If I had given into the stupidity that was coming out of these people's mouths. And so she was like, okay. She was like, well, try to get you some rest. I went to the room and I started talking to God, and I passed out, went to sleep. And then when it was time to get up, I got up and got myself together and went to work. And I felt that shadow, that gloom hanging over my head once again. I was like, I'm going back to this place.
Right.
And I got to see these people again. Yeah. And I said, and it just thinks everything is honky-dory. Just everything is just so everything's so perfect, but it's not.
Is that how they acted the next day?
Yeah, like nothing had happened. I'm like, what? Okay. I said, okay, all right. I did my best and put a smile on my face to do my job. And I want to take a little break, and I want to go into the new song that I had with Nadine, Carry Me Home. She wrote the song, and she came to me and asked me to sing it for her. And so I sang it, and I sang it to the best of my ability. And I hope everyone loves it, and I hope you guys stream it as well.
All right, and we'll be back. Carry Me Home.
I've climbed the highest mountain. I've dived the deepest sea. I never felt some clarity about what God means to me. But one day the sky opened right in front of me. And in the midst of the smoke and fog, I made it through the bog. You carry me home. Carry me home. Home. Wherever I may roam, you carry me home. Carry me home. Home. Thoughts wash away like foam. You carry me home. Home where I belong to. Oh. sweet home. My heart was full of sorrow. My back's about to break. But you lifted that heavy cross and forgave my worst mistake. You've parted troubled waters and made the blind man see. And in the midst of the storm and rain, I made it through the pain. You carried me home, carried me home, home. Wherever I may roam, you carried me home, carried me home, home. Thoughts wash away like foam. You carry me home, home where I belong to. You carry me home, home sweet home. My journey's reached its ending. Thanks for the time I had. I wish I knew you years before you opened up that door. And when the sky is parting, you lift me up to me, and to a place where I can be finally free. Carry me home, home, wherever I may roam. You carry me home, carry me home. Wash away like foam. You carry me home, home where I belong to. Ooh, home, home sweet home. Yeah.
All I want to do is to be in your presence. I want to be right where you are right now. So many times I just ran away. Come open the eyes inside of my heart. Let's see who you are. Oh, Jesus, is no one like you. No one can do the things you do. You're always by my side. Come use this vessel inside, so you can be satisfied. Let your spirit fall. God, let your spirit fall.
Fall, fall, fall.
Every day's a struggle, but I'm in your hands. You help me through it all by the power of your name. You take my sorrows and you take my shame. You wash it all when you took them to the cross. That's who you are. Oh, Jesus, is no one like you. No one can do the things you do. You're always by my side. Come use this vessel inside, so you can be satisfied. let your spirit fall. Gotta let your spirit fall. Jesus is nowhere like you. No one can do the things you do. You're always by my side. Come use this vessel inside, so you can be satisfied. Let your spirit fall. Gotta let your spirit fall. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. Jesus is doing like you. No one can do the things you do. You're always by my side. Come use this vessel inside, so you can be satisfied. Let your spirit fall. Gotta let your spirit fall.
All right, and we are back. I am Deb Lamata, and I have, it is the Inspirational Gospel Hour with Cintale of Cintale Gospel Music. And we are talking about overcoming. We've talked about grief and addiction, and we are talking about racism. And Cintale had an experience this past week that he's been talking about. And Cintale, I will let you pick up where you left off.
All right. So we listened to Carry Me Home, song featuring me that Nadine wrote, and Noah Harbaugh, my brother, No One Like You, the song that took him 2 years to get out.
Noah, if you're listening, let's not go 2 years again. We need more music from you.
Noah, yes.
Okay.
So back into this, like I said, I had to take a beat and get myself together, and then I had to go out into the public, and I had to do grocery shopping. And I was at the grocery store, Martin's grocery store. Oh my goodness, huge! They're one of the real big ones.
Okay.
And I'm shopping, and it was already storming outside, so the sky is already gray. I mean, like really dark gray.
Oh wow!
Walking to the store, and I'm getting stuff, la 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 la, just putting my stuff in a basket, and boom, the lights go out.
Oh no!
And I'm to the back of the store. There's no windows or nothing back there, so it's like pitch black. I can't even see my hand in front of my face, and I'm like, what the heck? And you hear the music playing in the intercom, but there's no lights. The lights don't come back on. So I'm like, I'm feeling my body trying to find it. Where's my phone? Where's my phone? And I grab my phone and I shake the light on, and I'm walking through the store, and then you see all these lights from people's phones lit up, through the store.
Oh my gosh!
We were like fireflies in there. Like, it looked like. And walking through the store, and I'm looking for the people I came with, and I found one, and then I found the other, and then we're still shopping. Everybody shopping in the dark. And then they finally announced on the intercom, it was like, everyone please stop shopping, bring all what's in your basket as your final purchases to the front. Now, they only had 3 regular registers open, which they had like 16. Okay. They only had 3 of those open.
Oof.
And then they had the self-checkout open. Now, the lines for the regular registers were like all the way through the aisles. Everybody was in partial light, and then the rest of the people was in the dark and going down the aisles.
Oh, mercy.
And so I was like, oh, well, we're getting in the self-checkout because the line is not that long.
Okay.
So we waited in the self-checkout line for about 12 minutes. The line did not move. And I'm like, what is going on? And then finally, the one guy looked like he got finished, and then he's headed towards the door, and they stopped him. And it was like, your stuff did not, finish checking out. And he was like, what are you talking about? So he goes back, and he's trying to figure it out. And then something happened, and then the next lady went up there, and then the whole system started malfunctioning.
Oh
And I was,
no.
oh, we're not doing this. We gotta leave. We gotta get out of here.
Oh
And
no.
so I called my boss, and I was like, look, we're not gonna be able to do grocery shopping. I need to, I need to leave.
Yeah.
And she was like, what? Are you serious? I'm like, yes. And she's like, well, we got to get some food in here. I was like, well, there's a McDonald's, there's a Little Caesars, there's KFC, all types of places around here. I can get some food. And she's like, all right, well, fine. If you get the food, I'll reimburse you when you come back. So I stopped at Little Caesars and I ordered like 5 or 6 pizzas and soda. And it was like $54 and some change, like crazy. And took it back and got into the unit, and then I got into another quarrel
Oh no.
the same day with one of the people who was saying racist stuff, and I was told to shut the you know what up, and I was like, who are you talking to? Like,
Yeah.
you got the right person because you don't understand. You don't know me.
Right.
You don't personally know me. If I have to put you down, I will put you down.
There you go.
I'm not trying to go there, but if I have to, I will put you down if I have to.
Yeah.
And it was just like I said, that day was just so
Unbelievable.
messed up. It was so, and like I said, it went on for 2 more days after that. That I had this cloud on my head, and some of the people it was like, "What's wrong? Are you okay?" I'm like, "I'm here. I'm here."
That's a lot. Yeah.
And so I want to tell the audience out there that racism is not the way.
No.
It's not the way.
Mm-mm.
It's never the way to be ignorant to someone because their skin is what God created, and you have no control over that. When you're born to whatever race you're born in, that's what your skin is.
That's it.
And you can't change that. Well, you can with bleaching, but who's gonna go through all? I'm not doing all that.
No.
But we have to learn. I want everyone to take from this that we have to learn to love one another, regardless of skin tone, skin shades,
Absolutely.
ethnicities and things like that. So we have to learn how to love each other with Christ's love.
Right.
God made us all, and He loves us all. There's no respect to person. He loves us all. We all bleed red.
Yep.
If somebody's bleeding purple, please let me know.
Yeah. Right?
I know we can get purple and green veins that pop up on our legs, but
Yeah, but no. Absolutely. We all are.
we all bleed red.
We do.
And we all have to learn how to get along. We all have to love each other because we all live on this thing we call Earth.
Exactly.
And we have to love one another. You can't call yourself a Christian. You can't call yourself a follower of Christ without having love for everyone, because that's the first thing that God teaches us, to love our neighbors as ourselves. And the same way I want somebody to love and respect me is the same way I show love and respect to others.
That's it. Absolutely. 100%.
The last scripture I had was in King James, and it's from John 6:16 and the 33rd verse. It says, "These things I have spoken unto you, that in me ye might have peace. In the world ye shall have tribulation, but be of good cheer. I have overcome the world."
Amen.
And that gives me such hope that Christ says that we're going to go through things, just like I went through, and countless other people have probably experienced stuff like that. But we can have peace in knowing that God has overcome all of this already. He has overcome everything that this world has to throw at him. That's why he went to the cross, and that's why he died, and he rose again. And he has all power.
Absolutely.
And he loves you. He loves you. Jesus loves you, and I love you too. And that's the one thing I just want to leave to saying, that there's nothing but love in my heart, and I have forgiven these individuals for what they've done, what they said. I have forgiven them,
Okay.
and I have moved on.
Right.
Um, and when you forgive, you have to let it go. So I did have to let it go eventually. I had to let it go and let God just take control of that.
Mm-hmm.
That emotion and stuff that I was feeling, I had to let it go. And I did.
Right.
And I just thank God that I was able to get through the situation without tainting who I am.
Right.
To stoop down to someone else's level.
Mm-hmm.
And so, with that being said, I hope everyone has taken something from overcoming, the pain and loss of loved ones and the grief that follows, and then learning how to deal with different addictions and overcoming that, and how God breaks the yoke and the reoccurring addiction that we have, that reoccurring cycle that we go through, the strongholds, and all the way down to overcoming racism, because we can overcome.
We can.
And that's where we're going to find strength in overcoming. We can overcome anything and everything with God by our side.
That's it. You have such a big heart. You have so much love. And again, I was on hiatus, but these conversations I look forward to, and they're not always easy conversations. They won't be always easy conversations, but they're conversations that need for others to hear. And the example that you set, Cintale, I know that there's people out there listening tonight that maybe hadn't even thought about the things that you brought to the table here tonight, that I hope that people walk away with thinking about what you shared of your experience this past week at work, or we've both had grief this year. We both have dealt with addiction. So, if you want to reach out to Cintale and he'll tell you, by all means, reach out to him. You can find him on Facebook at Cintale Gospel Music, and he would be more than happy, to talk to you and to share the word with you. If you want to, reach out to me, by all means, you can reach out to me at info@r2rb.com. But again, Cintale, you bring such a powerful message to the show that I look forward to it each and every month. So thank you. Once again, thank you.
Thank you for having me. I enjoyed, being able to share God with everyone, and then also being able to talk about it, because like I've said before, talking about these issues and these problems is very therapeutic.
It is.
And it was something that I felt like needed to be talked about, and being able to talk to someone that I trust and that I care about and I love, which is you.
Thank you. Thank you.
It was really therapeutic for me to be able to talk to you and to hear your point of view and your insight, along with your wisdom and knowledge.
Thank you. And that's what R2RB, hopefully, that's what I want it to be for you and for the rest of the R2RB family, and those who hopefully will join us in the future.
Right.
So,
well, everybody, the last song is my song from my Roaring Courage album called Courage is Found. And I just want you to just be inspired and be enthusiastic about facing your new week. And no matter what your obstacle is, your courage is found in Christ Jesus.
That's it. Absolutely. Okay, Cintale, don't go anywhere. People, Courage Found by Cintale, and I'll be back.
When the lights turn out, lights turn out. Who will be there to guide you? Now you're lost in darkness. surrounds all your space, all of your space. There's a void that no one can feel, and the pain resting upon you still go on and on and on and on and on and on. 'Cause this is where courage is found. This is where courage is found. In Jesus Christ, rely, 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 rely. 'Cause this is where courage is found. This is where courage is found. In Jesus Christ, rely, rely, rely on His grace and His mercy. 'Cause this is where courage is found. 'Cause this is where courage is found. Yes, yes, yes. Darkness keeps away. The darkness try to run and creep away. And now you face a hopeless situation. It all seems hopeless. Trust in God, 'cause He'll see you through anything and everything you go through. Don't get used to despair, because He cares for you, for you, for you. Keep pressing on, keep pressing on. This is where courage is found. This is where your courage is found.
Courage Found by Cintale. Well, I just want to thank everybody once again for joining me, Deb LaMotta, Out of the Attic live from Delaware, the shortened version earlier this evening. I enjoyed getting back on air, kind of sharing with you what's been going on. And of course, this hour with Cintale for the Inspirational Gospel Hour. I said to Cintale while we were off air, we have discussions that may not always be an easy topic, but topics that need to be discussed. And hopefully you enjoy the way that Cintale brings the way that he brings his topics to you, because it's never forced. I think he has such a way of sharing the word that you want to sit down and have a conversation with Cintale. I know I do. I look forward to it each month. So again, thank you, Cintale. Thank you, everybody who tuned in tonight. I want to thank those who, again, have supported me and sent me messages and prayers, and it's all good. I appreciate that. I will be back next weekend, because it is the Unexplained Discoveries Paranormal Investigation Team weekend. So I will be back with that. I will be back with the same type of short show before we start in with the paranormal investigators with George and Tony and Karen. I don't know the subject yet, but I'll be sharing that during the week on social media. Anyway, just wanted to say thank you, and I am headed out. This last song, it is by Cher, If I Could Turn Back Time. Happens to be my former husband's, one of his favorite songs. So here's to you, Jer. I'll be back next week. If I had it all set up, I'd be good. Good night, everybody. Have a great week.
If I could turn back time, if I could find a way
things I said. Pride's like a knife, it can cut deep inside. Words are like weapons, they wound sometimes. I didn't really mean to hurt you. I didn't want to see you go. I know I made you cry, but baby, if I could turn back time, if I could find a way, I'd take back those words that have hurt you. You'd stay if I could reach the stars. I'd give them all to you. Then you love me like you used to do. If I could turn back time, my world was shattered, I was torn apart. Like someone took a knife and drove it deep in my heart. You walk out that door, I swore that I didn't care, but I lost everything, darling, there and there. Too strong to tell you I was sorry, too proud to tell you I was wrong. I know that I was blind, and darling, if I could turn back time, if I could find a way, I'd take back those words that have hurt you, and you'd stay if I could reach the stars. I'd give them all to you. Then you love me like you used to do. If I could turn back time, if I could turn back time.